I figure I'm going to do this video in front of the Christmas tree just because it kind of feels like Christmas is coming. We're like children. We're children with the return to play. We're just like, we're counting down the days, the advent calendar chocolates, even though we skipped 5 days and now we have no chocolate left. It looks like we're very close. We're a few more sleeps away from probably getting an announcement that NHL's coming back. And it's a similar feeling to me when I was, young and Christmas was the be-all and end-all. You're on school holidays, you're going to get some stuff. And when you're 8, stuff is the best. There's nothing better than stuff. So let's see what stuff the NHL might be getting. Well, to start off with, division, playing only within the division looks pretty well confirmed. Bettman's pretty well confirmed that now. Not that that was really a surprise, but yeah, it kind of looks like that's a definite now. So that's a good thing. Looks like there'll be some hubs, maybe to start off the season, maybe not. It's still a little bit up in the air how that's going to work, but it looks like at the very least, it'll be for the teams that don't have the ability to play in their own arenas due to current lockdown restrictions. The other thing, the real spicy nugget that was thrown out, is that with all those hub cities, there's no Canadian teams in there. So... And yeah, Chris Johnson of Sportsnet put up an article saying that it looks like the backup plan is for the Canadian teams to come south of the border and play their games there, at least for the time being. I have a feeling that when this schedule is released, we're getting half a schedule. And it's probably going to take us to March, April, when the vaccine's going to be in America, at least the vaccine. We're not getting one in Australia for a little while. Just because I think we're in we'll wait and see. We'll see what this vaccine does, and then we'll do it. It's not, numbers aren't exploding here, so we don't need it as badly as some of the other countries as well. So I think like from that standpoint, it's probably a good thing that we're not jumping all over it, just because there are people that need it above us right now, and it really is going to be interesting. Like, does that mean the Canadian-only division's gone, or do they keep that, play in a hub in America, and then go back when people can play in their arenas because you still don't want to be crossing borders? Because I still think, like, even though the vaccine's going to be available, it's still going to be a little bit funky going back and forth and proving that you've got I think it's going to be a nightmare for a little bit, and countries are going to have to figure out ways to work that one out. And so for a few months, until about June, July, I don't think people will fully crack that nut. But yeah, it looks like a lot of the provinces, if not all of them, have not signed off on the NHL playing, and yeah, as we're getting a bit closer, probably gleams a bit of a light of why an announcement has been delayed. I think it's because of this, and a few other counties in America have shut down, and so the teams there won't be able to play either. A lot of stuff in LA, those sort of places. So it's going to be super interesting where this all lands. But that's kind of where it's at the moment. It's Jan 13, around that sort of ballpark, still looking pretty good. I think things got delayed a bit from this Canadian side of things, and yeah, it looks like be able to jump in. But yeah, they're only going to play within their division, at least for however long the schedule goes for. I don't know if they'll expand that, but I'd say for the whole time they'll probably just play within their division. And then we just have questions like, what happens if a team plays more than other teams? Do they expand the playoffs a little bit, which I think's so smart to do. I'd rather see logos on helmets and expand the playoffs than a logo on this thing. Even though the logo's coming, I've made videos on that eventually advertising will be here eventually, but doesn't mean it has to be today. And I don't want it to be like the German jerseys, but which is just a billboard. But yeah, I'm super curious how this all works out. But yeah, at least we've got a fair bit more news on the fact that it looks like it might start in a hub. The way it'll work, if you can, the ideal thing is that you still play in your building. So if that's available to you and the other team can get there, you'd probably play there. Otherwise, I think a fair few teams are going to start in the hub, and then teams are going to fly in and fly out, but they're going to be pretty much under their own sort of internal quarantine just to make things easy. But yeah, a lot going on. There'll be a lot of COVID tests. It's going to be a real season of two halves if this vaccine ends up being widespread and working. It's going to be weird. It's going to be a weird start to the season, and at the end there might be fans at the building. It might even be at full capacity. That's where it's at the moment with life. So it's pretty crazy, but Yeah, I think I might delay things if they do America only, if they have to play in America, because then you've got the quarantine from Canada to America, and you've got all that sort of jazz in between. So they've really got to get that moving along as well. So yeah, might be looking at the 20th, somewhere around that sort of ballpark now. I'm not saying the 13th is still not on the cards, but yeah. But it's looking good. It really is looking good. I just have a feeling that today's news is probably the reason why there's been a big delay. Because I think a lot of people were kind of expecting an announcement today, if not tomorrow, and I don't think we're getting that for the next few days. I think Batman has released this sort of information to then be like, ooh, little tasty nuggets, little tasty treats, and expect helmet advertising, that announcement to be done too. But I think probably get an announcement Monday, Tuesday. If it's not a good announcement, Sunday. So they'll bury that one in there on the Sunday news. Anyway, guys, if you did like this video, hit the like button. Otherwise, hit subscribe. Comment down below on any news topics, or how do you like the new format with me moving around the apartment. And yeah, we're going to eventually get some hockey stuff that I can hang up and kind of do a bit of a video here, but I'm kind of just happy with moving it around, to be honest. We've got like a fern that I can do a video in front of, and like a bed. I just wanted you to be able to see the jerseys. That was the biggest, is the most comment that I ever had, is you should stand up so we can see the jerseys. So yeah, there'll still be videos done from the desk when I need to just bust one out quick. But yeah, otherwise I'll move around the apartment, especially if my girlfriend's home too, because I don't want to lock off the apartment because I'm doing a video. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. See you, and bye.